Hi friends, it's Amy. Welcome to my bookish life. Today I want to talk about my February TBR. So let's get to it. I have a lot of books that I want to talk about. I mean, I have quite a few, but I also don't. So let's I have some book challenges that I'm participating in, a buddy read and book club, and then I have some ARCs. Oh, and then I have this one, and I'm not going to show you the cover of it, but my students chose this book for me. And so it's a surprise what this book is, but I am terrified to read this book. So stay tuned for the vlog of my students chose my TBR, because this book, I'm pretty sure, is going to scare me to no end. I have an ongoing buddy read with Krista from Books and Jams. We are on the 6th book of The Keeper of the Lost Cities. This is Nightfall. It is a chunker, but we have just been flying through these books. I absolutely love this series. I really look forward to picking one of these up every month. Then the book club pick for my library is Becoming Mrs. Lewis by Patti Callahan. I'm really excited about this one because I chose it. The librarian was like, do you have any ideas of books you want to read? And I was like, well, I have had this book on my list for a really long time. I really want to read it. And, I think that it would be great for discussion, and we're going to read it. So this is the February pick for my book club, and I'm really hyped to get to that one. Then I have the Buzzwordathon challenge, and that is pronouns this month, or possessive pronouns. And so my options are pretty slim. They're not really slim, actually. I have a lot of options for that. However, the ones that I'm thinking of are Eliza and Her Monsters, which I have on audio in my Audible library, and The Lies We Told by Diane Chamberlain. I cannot remember who Eliza and Her Monsters is by, but my sister is the one who recommended that to me. Diane Chamberlain is I'd call her a favorite author, but I've only read one of her books, but I just really loved it. I loved The Dream Daughter. Those are the two that I'm thinking of there. Another one that I was thinking of that I don't actually know if it fits based on the way she, Books and Lola, chose this prompt. But one of my ARCs this month is called Has Anybody Seen Frenchie by Leslie Connor, and anybody is a pronoun. So I think, though, the idea is that it would be a personal pronoun or a possessive pronoun and not an indefinite pronoun. And the fact that I just said all of that in a booktube video and not on my teaching channel video is just a little much for me right now to handle. But that is actually probably one that I'm going to go for, because I for sure have to read that one this month, and I don't have to read the other two, but I also want to read those. So I might read all of them. I don't know. We'll see, right? The Read Your Bookshelves challenge by Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day is love for February, and I am finally going to pick up The Lovely War. Again, this one was recommended by my sister. I have it on audio in my Audible library, so it's from my bookshelf. I have been very intimidated to pick this one up because it's historical fiction and mythology related. I just am a little bit scared of that. However, it sounds so good. And my sister absolutely loved it. And, you know, I think I'm going to try it. I think it'll be good. And then I have 5 ARCs, which is crazy. However, I'm hoping that I will have a pretty good chunk of them done before I actually need to. There are 2 that will be coming out on February 1st. So I kind of want to try and finish them. It is the 30th right now. I am about halfway done with one of them, and I have a really good start of the other, and they're both middle grade. They're both super quick reads. So I might have them done actually before February. However, I'm going to bring them up anyway. The first one is Omar Rising by Aisha Saeed. This is the follow-up to Amal Unbound. It takes place shortly after the events of Amal Unbound, and Omar in Amal Unbound was Amal's very close friend, and it's about him going to school and trying to better himself, and he faces a lot of challenges with that endeavor. The other one that is coming out on February 1st is Just Right, Jillian by Nicole D. Collier, and this is another middle grade, the debut about a 5th grader who is trying to become involved in an academic competition, and she is very self-conscious, so she has to try and overcome her insecurities in that way. Then on February 15th, Leslie Connor's new book, Anybody Here Seen Frenchie, is coming out. I am so excited for this one. Leslie Connor wrote The Truth as Told by Mason Buttle, which was one of my very favorite books last year. In fact, it's the book that my students chose for me to read when I did my students choose my TBR. It made me cry. I'm thinking the same thing's going to happen with this one. In this one, Aurora is 11 years old. Her best friend is Frenchie. Frenchie has never spoken a word. She's autistic, but when they were in 3rd grade, Frenchie just decided that Aurora was her person. And as they are now growing older, Aurora is kind of coming into her own and being more social and making other friends. And one day, Frenchie goes missing, and thus starts a whole mystery and a big series of events. I really love Leslie Connor's writing, and I'm really excited to dig into this one as well. The last middle grade ARC that I'm hoping to get to in February is The Edge of In Between by Lorelie Savaryn. Lorelie Savaryn wrote Circus of Stolen Dreams, which was my absolute favorite book of 2021. For her sophomore middle grade novel comes out actually in April, but she has chosen me to be part of her launch team for her book, and we're having a launch team virtual party in February 22nd. So I am going to be reading that by February 22nd so that I can take part in that and then really just hype up this book. I really hope I love it. In other words, it is a modern retelling of The Secret Garden, which I read in January to prepare for this whole endeavor. So I have a cozy mystery ARC, and that is Tidal Wave by Beth, Prentice, and this is in the Aloha Lagoon cozy mystery series. Multiple authors have come together in order to create this wonderful setting in Hawaii, and I just enjoy any book that I read that comes from there. So I am excited to visit the Aloha Lagoon. again. Those are the books that I have on my TBR. Most of them actually are on my Kindle. However, I do also have these, plus my mystery novel. So I am very excited about these. I would love to hear what you are planning to read in February. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these books. If you've read them or are looking forward to reading them. So if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe if you would like to, and until next time, I hope you're finding something wonderful to read. Happy reading. Bye.